Hello everyone, and welcome back to IxSHE Tell, Yui's route. Sorry it's been a little while. I know that's not what it says on the screen, it says sorry for the intrusion. Maybe it's more like sorry for the interruption. I was still playing catch up with some stuff, and I wanted to coordinate with Saren Prince and figure out if he was interested in seeing the rest of Yui's route, and it's kind of like with Kinkoi with Ella and Akane's routes. So, it's just gonna be me for the rest of Yui's route, but I'm excited to see what happens, and I hope you all are too. In the last episode, the relationship between Hajime and Yui was revealed to the school, though in a slightly different way from Yoshino's route, but not that different. It was the photography club doing the reveal, but then the broadcasting club got involved anyway. The more things change, the more things stay the same. And then there was an issue with frogs, which I believe we're still dealing with the frogs right now. Aoba is deathly afraid of them, and I think she may have unlocked a new fear for Yui as well, so I guess we'll jump back into it. Ha 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 ha! I wouldn't blame you for leaving after that joke, but I'm gonna keep going anyway. Sorry for the intrusion.
本当に本当ありがとう。マジで助かった。
You're welcome.
私からもお礼を言わせてください。
I wasn't afraid of frogs until today. It's fine. I know girls have a hard time with these kinds of things. Even after parting ways with our amphibious friends, Aoba's face remained as white as a sheet, and slightly blue.
ですが、任せてくださいと言いながら、結局、私は何もできませんでしたし。
You were here for moral support. Don't worry, it's not your fault.
やはりクラスのことですし、私がやるべきだったはずです。
Nah, if anything, it should have been Aoba's responsibility. She's the one the teacher asked.
だって、今日の実験のあれ運んどいてって言われて、帰るなんて言われなかったんだもん。
I thought it was going to be something normal, like cow hearts or fetal pigs.
帰るって言われてたら、絶対拒否ってたもん。だから先生が悪い。
Alright, enough pointing fingers. Seeing all those frogs crammed together like that would have been hard for anyone, especially for someone who hates them as much as you do.
次は燃やす。
Oh boy, barbecue. Please don't. Although, cooked frog legs are actually pretty good. Well, then again, you're going to be seeing a lot more of them in about 20 minutes anyways.
私、保健室行って、そのままサボる。
You just said that in front of 2 class presidents, you realize that, right? You know I'm the student president, right? You've got a lot of nerve saying that to my face.
私もサボりは良くないと思いますわ。
Ah, you see? You shouldn't push yourself too hard either, Yui. Don't feel like you need to put up a strong front just for me. You'll only embarrass yourself if it ends up backfiring. Look at how many times it happened to Yoshino.
どうして私が考えていることがわかりますの？
Psychic. I guess because I'd be doing the same thing if I were in your shoes.
そうなのですか？
Although realistically, I don't think I could fit in your shoes. Yeah, guys always try to act cool in front of their girlfriends. Or in girls' cases, I guess they try to act cute. Still, even though there might be sides of yourself you don't want me to see, the more we hide from each other, the easier it is to lead to disagreements down the line.
青葉、先輩には今まで彼女がいらっしゃいまして？
Technically twice.
いないよ。童貞のはず。
It's a Venn diagram, it's not a complete circle. Circle. She asked for my relationship history, not that.
つまり、私が何かしようとしても、それは先輩の想定の範囲内ということに。
I've logged a lot of fantasy hours. Not everything. For one thing, you're way cuter when you're embarrassed than I ever thought you could be.
お兄も完璧人間じゃないからね。どんなに振る舞おうが青臭い想像だし。
That's not true. It stings to admit, but I can't say you're wrong.
いいじゃん。私だって常に処女の妄想炸裂しまくりだよ。
I didn't need to know that. I'm begging you, Aoba, please try and show a little more modesty. And Yui, don't hesitate to scold her when she says weird stuff like this. She could use the discipline, but she says weird stuff like this all the time.
承知しましたわ。
Try to look a little more put off, will you?
そういえばお兄、さっきからユイって呼んでるけど、前まで名字で呼んでたよね。
Well, we're dating now. Nothing wrong with me using her first name.
へえ。ユイは二宮先輩のままなのに？
She's got a learning curve.
青葉、その手には乗りませんわよ。私の場合、先輩を名前でお呼びするのは二人きりの時だけと決めていますの。なんだよ、せっかくテレテレしちゃうユイが見られると思ったのに。
Better luck next time. Sorry, but Yui's embarrassed face is reserved for my eyes alone.
あら先輩、お上手ですわね。
Oh no, I ruined it.
うわ、このクソバカぶ殴りて。
You sure do a lot of croaking for someone who hates frogs.
ちくしょう、お兄は私のお兄なんだからな。
With that odd choice of parting words, Aoba runs off. That's awfully Sora of you.
もしかして青葉、私にはじめさんを取られたと。
That might be it.
だとすれば。
Yeah?
いいえ、いつかは青葉が妹になるというのも楽しそうだなと。
I don't know that fun is the right word. It would certainly be interesting, though. Yui. Taking things a bit fast here, aren't we?
はじめさんの照れた顔もいただきましたので、私もそろそろ失礼しますわね。
Oh, that girlfriend of mine. Oh, right. Huh? Once again, I get the feeling that Yui's been toying with me. Even so, she's still so irresistibly cute. So maybe Aoba was right, and we really are a pair of lovebirds. I would say so. Better than being a pair of love toads? Nighttime.
明日のお天気ですが、平野部では
I have a call with Yui coming up here in a bit, and without much else to do, I'm waiting in the lounge area watching the weather forecast on the big TV. That is indeed a big TV. I've already eaten and taken my bath, so the only thing I have left for the day is the call with her. Wonder why she wants to talk. She did say she had something she wanted to tell me. Maybe it's something too hard or embarrassing for her to say in person? Ah! Hello?
夜分に失礼いたします。私、小塚ゆいと申しますが、二宮先輩のお電話でよろしかったでしょうか。
Wow, that is the most formal request I have heard in some time. It makes me think of back in the old days where nobody had cell phones. So if you were calling up a friend's house or a significant other's house, you had to pray when you called the landline that their parents didn't answer, and you had to answer, or you had to pick up the phone and address it like that. Even though we've talked on the phone a number of times already, these little things always serve to highlight the manner of her upbringing. Yeah, it's me. Actually, you have my number in your contacts, don't you? You don't need to confirm it's me or anything. My mom and dad aren't going to answer the phone.
ええ、そうなんですが、もしもはじめさんと間違えて別の方にかけてしまったらと考えると。
Oh, that does make sense, I suppose. Why not try something like, "Good evening, this is your one and only girlfriend, Kozuka Yui calling." Alright.
そのようなことは言いません。
She really doesn't need to. Just from her voice, I can vividly picture the frown that's probably on her face right now. This is so nice.
それより、このようなことをお話しするくらいですから、お時間はよろしいのでしょ？
Don't know about ample, but sure. Yep, I'm just relaxing in the lounge at the moment.
よかった。お夕飯、ちゃんとよく噛みましたか？
Sure. No, I lied. I actually just tossed it into my mouth and threw my head back like a baby bird. Not even my mom nags me like that these days.
でしたらなおのこといいではありませんか。私だけが先輩の特別ということで。
Oh my. That soft whisper of hers really hit me in the heart. Well, I guess that wouldn't be so bad.
あら、素直ではありませんわね。
Okay, that sounds fantastic, thank you. Hush.
これは失礼いたしました。
I'll probably just be a nuisance to the other people in the lounge if I continue talking to her here, so I go back to my room.
あら、今扉の音が。
That's right. I installed a private room in the lobby. Yeah, I went back to my room. My excitement must have caused me to raise my voice a little without me realizing it. Oh, now you tell me. Yeah, I went back to my room. There. It was getting a little hard to bear all the people grinning at me, all the blank faces with no eyes. I was getting kinda embarrassed having everyone hear me talking to you.
まあ、そうでしたのね。そのお言葉を聞けただけでも、電話してよかったと思いますわ。
After walking over to my desk, I sit in my chair and lean back comfortably. So you said you had something you wanted to talk about?
そう焦らないでください。私にだって心の準備があるんですから。
Okay, fine. Also, is it just me or is that laptop weirdly, shrunken looking? The screen just seems disproportionate to the rest of the laptop. Something she needs to prepare herself to ask me? Is it something hard to bring up?
本来ならそのようなことないはずなのですが、緊張してしまいまして。
It isn't often I hear her this nervous over something. Serenity now.
はじめさん、
Yes. Yeah?
今度のお休み、お暇ですか？
Ooh, date, yeah. Today's Thursday, so 2 days from now? Yeah, I'm not doing anything as far as I know.
本当ですか？
As far as I know. Well, yeah, I've got no reason to lie to you, now do I? Now I know why she was acting the way she was a second ago. Given how confident she usually is, you'd never expect her to get this nervous about asking me out on a date.
でしたら、私の家でゆっくりと二人だけの時間を過ごすというのはいかがでしょう？
Yes, all according to plan. So I basically called it. It seems like every single time in these routes, it's about episode 3 where things start to get, escalated. Sure, I'd love to. Wait, did you just say we'd be all alone?
はい、お父様たちは家を空けてばかりですし、
And most of the servants have the day off.
いきなりお父様たちとお会いいただくというのも緊張すると思いまして。
Huh? Oh, yeah. I understand that. I would be too. Wait, no, back up. We're skipping so many steps here. Sure, this is a date, but there's a bit more nuance to what she's asking here.
ベッドまできちんとエスコートしてくださるのなら。
No, calm down, Hajime. I'm just going over to her house to hang out, that's all. You know, Betflix and chill. We're not actually going to...
はじめさん、急に黙らないでください。
Sorry, had to fish my mind out of the gutter. But she has to understand the implications of asking me to come over to her house when her parents are gone. There's no doubt. I keep telling myself to be a gentleman about it, but all that does is make it impossible for me to stop thinking about taking her to bed. Being alone with you in your house is gonna be pretty nerve-wracking for me.
そこは安心してください。私もそれなりに緊張を。
That just makes me more nervous. I can hear the nerves in her tone of voice.
やはりいきなりお家にご招待というのはハードルが高かったでしょうか。
That sad voice is making it hard for me to refuse. I don't mind it. If you want me to come over, I'd be glad to.
本当によろしいんですか？
How come you're asking me that? I thought you were the one who wanted me to.
それもそうですわね。
I can feel the tension leaving both of us. Yui herself probably realizes what was on her mind. Or no, on my mind. Yui herself probably realized what was on my mind and understands that's only natural.
では、お昼過ぎくらいでいかがでしょう？
Yeah, we can have lunch. Sure, that works. I'll eat lunch over here, then I'll try to be over at your place around 1. Aw.
ええ、それでお願いします。
But we could have had lunch. Great. Alright, I'll talk to you later then. Are you gonna hang up? Ah, I remember that.
はじめさんこそ。
2 hours later. What a typical thing to happen when you're on the phone with your girlfriend. At the thought, I find my lips naturally curling to form a smile.
本当はもう少し話していたいところですが、明日に響くといけませんので、そろそろ切りますね。
Already? It's only around 10ish. Ah yes, Sean Connery's favorite time of day and sport.
すみません。私、これからお風呂に。
I mean, you can keep talking while you do that. She's about to take a bath? Just at the mere mention of the word bath, my mind immediately starts imagining Yui's naked body, which I won't see because we don't have the patch installed. Of course, I haven't actually seen her naked yet, so it's a bit of a fuzzy image. I've seen her in a swimsuit, that's clothes. Ah, fuck. If only my imagination was better. Alright then. I guess if you have to go, that's that.
本当にすみません。
Well, it's all fine. We'll see each other tomorrow, so go hop in that bath.
なんでしょう。ものすごく横島な気配を感じます。
Heh. No reason. What the hell? Is she psychic? No, you're just a guy. Well, I better get ready for tomorrow then, and head on to bed as well.
まったくもう、
I'm not silly, I'm Hajime.
おかしな妄想もほどほどにですわよ。
By whose standards? Wait, so I'm still allowed to fantasize about you?
お返事は？
Alright, I'll try to keep it in moderation.
はい、いいお返事です。それでははじめさん、今度こそおやすみなさいませ。
Good night, Yui. Why is there a mug just sitting there? After placing my phone on my desk, I go over to my bed. This isn't the first time I've had this thought, but talking to Yui has this strange, relaxing effect on me. Despite being younger than me, she's mature and witty, and that mismatched combination is part of what makes her so attractive. Yet she still has her childish side on top of that. It almost feels unfair. But that's why I keep falling for her more and more with each passing day. As I think about how I need to become more responsible myself, I doze off and eventually fall asleep. Oh no, I forgot to change into my PJs! No! My school clothes, they're gonna get all wrinkled. I don't look weird, do I? I pull out my phone one last time to make sure I don't have a bedhead. Perfect, I'm all good to go. The bedhead comes later. I've messaged Yui that I'm here. Now I just have to wait for her to come out and welcome me in. I'm definitely still nervous about her parents not being here. I would be more nervous if her parents were. Still, just because we have the house to ourselves doesn't necessarily mean anything inappropriate is going to happen, right? Besides, we're both actively conscious of the fact that we'll be alone. No use in letting my fantasies go wild. Yet.
はじめさん、お待ちしてましたわ。
Hello, Yui. Once again, thank you very much for giving me the privilege to visit your marvelous home today. I've never been inside a mansion before.
なんですのそれ。
You on the phone. No one really. I just kind of feel like I have to be respectful.
お気になさらないでください。ささ、どうぞ中へ。
One second.
いかがされまして？
I have to wait for my extension program to complete. Sorry. I just kind of feel a little guilty about coming over without your parents knowing. They haven't even met me yet, so I don't know. I feel like I should at least introduce myself to them before entering their home. Why not do this some other time when your parents are here so they can meet me?
あ、そうだ。
Surprise, they actually are.
すみません。私 知ったらすっかり舞い上がってしまい、お伝えするのを忘れてしまって。
Or we could have met them for lunch. She sticks out her tongue, smiling playfully. Inform me about what?
今日の件、お父様たちにはお話を通していますので、ご安心ください。
And they were cool with it? What? Really? What did they say about it?
いえ、特には。お前が選んだ人なら間違いはないだろうと。
Oh, wow. Okay. There are a lot of ways that last part can be interpreted.
というわけですので、さあ、どうぞ。
Right. Besides, they have a surveillance system over the entire property, so they will know. They will know everything. Fancy. You think that portrait is also a television? I bet it is. Okay, the picture frame's at odds with the rest of the decor, though, because I feel like everything else is very modern, and that looks very antique. Also, this whole thing looks more like an office space than a home. Damn, this place is nice for an office space. Of course, I knew to a degree from the exterior of the place, but I didn't quite expect the inside to look this luxurious. Every single thing in sight looks incredibly expensive. Yeah, is that table marble? It looks like marble.
お飲み物は紅茶でよろしいですか？
I've only ever had the stuff you get at convenience stores. Will I be alright?
だってつい先ほどコンビニで買ってきたものですもの。
Oh, convenient. What? You're kidding?
もちろん。いかがです？緊張はほぐれまして？
Probably at least until I drink the tea. Man, she's got me good. Though she's right, it did help ease my nerves.
では、ご自宅だと思っておくつろぎください。
He says pardon the intrusion as he sits on the couch very gingerly. Yui walks off, leaving me all alone in the living room. It wasn't visible from the front of the house, but there's a spacious backyard that I can see through large glass panes, and even a balcony. Imagine living here all by yourself. Oof, too much house. Nighttime would be awful. Once the lights go out, this entire place would be pitch black. I imagine if Aoba ever came here for a sleepover, she'd be too scared to step one foot out of the room she was sleeping in. Yeah. Big houses at night can be a little creepy.
お待たせいたしました。
Oh, thanks. She hands me an antique-looking cup, and I instantly smell the wonderful fragrance of black tea. Even I can tell that this is some high-class tea, I think. Time to drink this tea like all the fancy people do. Saucer in one hand, pinky finger up. When in doubt, pinky out. Yui goes to the other side of the coffee table and sits across from me. Has Aoba ever been over here? I know you two are really good friends.
そういえばまだありませんわね。
Huh.
そもそも家に招待したのははじめさんが初めてですから。
Cool. Seriously? That's kind of a surprise.
家が家ですし、昔友達を誘った時なんて萎縮されてしまったくらいですから。
You know what? That's fair.
放課後に寄り道することはあっても、家に呼んだり相手の家にお邪魔することはめったにありません。
Yeah, I can see some parents being too intimidated by a house like this to let their kids go over to play. Even if the kids had no problem with it, I can see the parents telling them no. That probably happened with some of her friends when she was younger. Aoba, for example, probably wouldn't care, but then again, her not being mindful of the fact that she's in a very expensive house could become a problem in and of itself. The topic got a little serious, and now I don't know what to say. It probably isn't my place to comment on this. It's a part of Yui's past, and she probably's already come to terms with it by now. Come on. Can't I think of anything else to talk about? I just want to have a casual conversation or something.
あの
Yes?
隣に行ってもよろしいですか？
Sure, it's your house. But be my guest. In your house. Man, I didn't know what she was about to say.
それでは失礼 しますわ。
Again, it's your house. She sits next to me and scoots over close enough so that our shoulders are touching. How? Just that alone causes my heart to skip a beat. I look over and notice that she's blushing too. I doubt she expected to get this embarrassed by doing this.
こうしてくっつくだけでも幸せを実感できますわね。
Me too. Same here. Also, this is gonna be a bit of an awkward question, but am I the only one who wants to cuddle a little more?
それは私もですわ。
Cautiously puts hand around shoulder. Pat, pat. There we go. These are some good cuddles. It's not like cuddling in the sense of... Oh, whose route was it? Was it Yoshino's? Yes, it was Yoshino's. She proceeds to lean her head on my shoulder, causing me to nearly lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. All we've done as far as intimacy goes is hold hands, so something like this has the potential to be deadly. Seems a little dramatic. Yui.
何ですの？
I would really like permission to kiss you. Or thwomp. I put my arms on her shoulders and draw her into a tight embrace. Both her warmth and the softness of her body stir my arousal, but it's hard to focus on that since seeing her face so close to mine causes my heart to beat like a runaway train. What? That analogy doesn't even make sense.
はじめさん。
I didn't realize that trains beat. So, how about them dolphins? If you're okay with it, can we kiss?
それは
I mean, we don't have to kiss. We could do other things.
もちろん構いませんけど、いちいち確認を取られると恥ずかしくなってしまいます。
Just the first time. I'll keep that in mind. Success. We gaze into each other's eyes, then bring our lips together. My first kiss tasted like black tea. Her lips are so soft, and they feel so good. My mind's going blank. I'd only meant to do a short, quick kiss, but I just don't want to stop.
これ以上頭がおかしくなりそうと言いますか、ドキドキしすぎてどうにかなってしまいそうで。
Like a runaway train? Same here. Whoever knew that kissing felt this good? He says that every single time. Shit. I'm so overly conscious of her now that I can't even look her in the face. This is a lovely painting. Who did it? As much as I would love to go in for another kiss, I probably will lose my mind.
もしよろしかったら、私の部屋に行きませんか？
Do you have an upside down jellyfish? Your room?
こちらです。
I didn't say yes. I guess we're going. Wait, Yui? I don't know if she's just trying to provide a distraction from the embarrassment, or whether that kiss really did get her in the mood. But either way, she takes my hand and quickly leads me to her room. I mean, she's taking me to her room. That can only mean one thing, right? She actually wants to show off her Star Wars collectibles.
IxSHE Tell.
She's a huge nerd. She is not a huge nerd.
ようこそ、私のお部屋へ。
You have a canopy bed. Whoa. So this is your room?
やっぱり恋人の家にやってきたら、部屋を見てみたいものかなと思いまして。
You have your own fireplace. Oh, so that's what this was about. It seems her reason for bringing me here wasn't exactly what I thought it was. Something smells really good, though. Your bed has a canopy? That's pretty cool.
やはり珍しいですか？
No. Well, it's my first time actually seeing one. Though honestly, I'm not surprised to see one in your room.
一度はじめさんの私に対するイメージをお聞きしたいところですが。
It fits the exterior, but it doesn't really fit the living room. I always figure a canopy bed is kind of, not antiquated, but very traditional.
作業机の方はあまり見ないでください。
It's a complete mess. one pencil is slightly askew. Your work desk?
そちらは少々散らかっていますので。
With what? Whoa, is that an electric screwdriver? I see a heat gun and a glue gun on the desk as well, along with what looks like an instruction manual of some sort. I don't know why, but looking at it gets me all excited. Maybe she's building something. Aren't you in the invention club at school, Yui? Ooh, okay, now that we haven't heard before.
ええ、ですがこれは発明部と違い趣味と申しますか。
I'm building my own circuit board.
先輩は女の子がこういった趣味を持つのはおかしいと思いますか？
No. She seems genuinely worried. Maybe she deliberately brought up the subject because she wanted to know my opinion on it? Well, I'd better reassure her. Nah, I actually think it's pretty cool. And personally, I really respect someone who can build things.
そうですか。
What kind of stuff do you build, if you don't mind me asking?
そうですね。以前作ったのはぬいぐるみなどの無生物とコミュニケーションを取ることができるツールですわ。
Oh no, if Salt Bunny figures out about this technology, we're all doomed. Are you an actual genius?
とはいえまだ試作段階ですし、不安定な部分も残っていますから。
So what do stuffed animals say? That's still super cool. Can I touch it?
ええ、もちろん。
Touch. Oh gosh, she's gonna make Five Nights at Freddy's a real thing. Yui takes out the phone-like device and begins tapping away on it. I've heard of toys that allow you to communicate with animals like cats and dogs, but this is new.
では、あの猫のぬいぐるみのネネに使ってみますわね。ごきげんよう、ネネ。こんにちは。私はホットドッグ。
Are you? Is this thing having an identity crisis? There seems to be a speaker in the stuffed toy. I can hear Nene's voice coming clearly from it.
計算のうちですわ。
Okay.
ポテトはいかがですか？
Yes, I would.
いいからお黙りなさい。
I'm getting a little scared.
こちらは二宮はじめ先輩よ。
Hello, I'm not a hot dog.
いらっしゃいませ。ようこそ我が家へ。
Oh, hey, it actually greeted me.
ご一緒にコーラはいかがですか？
Sure. Is this thing all right in the head?
オレンジジュースに変更されますか？
No, it's literally stuffed with cotton. That's not the problem. This technology of hers is certainly interesting.
すみません。この子ったらはじめさんがいらして緊張しているのかもしれませんわね。
Is that why it sounds like she works in a concession stand?
ああ、こちらがこの前付き合うことになった大好きなお兄様なのね。
You told your stuffed animal about this? Huh?
ちょっと何を。なんでもありませんので気になさらないでください。
That's a little hard to do. Boss, can you tell me a little more? Boss, why are we calling it boss? Boss, can you tell me a little more about this Oni-sama thing?
かしこまりました。店長、お兄様入ります。誰が店長ですの？
I don't know. I'm not familiar with any of the inner workings of this thing, but maybe Nene has a mistaken meaning of customer service in her mind.
サイドメニューに恥ずかしい話はいかがですか？
Yes.
ダメに決まってますわ。意地悪はいけませんわよ。店長、恥ずかしい話入ります。いい加減になさい。それに私は店長などではありません。
Been here for 5 minutes and we've already corrupted her invention.
でも初めて彼氏じゃなかった。お客様を連れてきてくれたし。そこは合ってますわよ。ここは店長のことをいろいろ知ってもらうチャンスじゃない？だからそこは違うと。もうそれで構いませんわ。
You might when she tells the story. Wow, that thing's actually managing to control Yui of all people. Well, I can see that Nene is pretty cool, though I am a little interested in how she talks as well. But I would like to learn as much about you as I can.
それはずるいです。そのようにおっしゃられては 断れるわけがありませんわ。
High five, Nene.
では改めまして、ごはん。ゆいってば夜になると、今日は学園ではじめお兄様とお話できたとか、一緒に帰ったとか、あなたの話ばかりなの。
Pretty innocuous, but I could see how that would be embarrassing. Oni-sama.
この前なんて、カエルの話をしてくれたとき、
検閲
Why are the frogs the point where she draws the line? Yui hits a button on her device, causing Nene to instantly stop talking. Nene, you were such a good cat. You didn't deserve to die so soon.
まるで私が悪いことをしているようではありませんか。
Always remember you, Nene.
仕方ありませんわね。
その夜なんて、私を抱きしめたまま、ベッドでキャーキャー言ってゴロゴロ。
Ah, okay, so that was the embarrassing part.
店長
No, Nene! Dun 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 dun.
もうその手には乗りませんわよ。
Well, at least I heard something interesting.
二人してひどいですわ。
You should have told me that you thought of me like an older brother, though. I wouldn't have been against that or anything.
ですが、兄弟で恋愛はありませんわよ。
Depends on the game. Okay, forget I said that. Then again, having a younger sister who's better than me in every regard like Yui is might not help my self-esteem. And I'd definitely be called a siscon.
もう、まさか自分の作ったものにこんな恥ずかしい目に遭わされるなんて。
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep a limit of one of those games at a time, but no promises.
やはり人が来た時にはしまっておいた方が良さそうですわね。
That's true, the things she may see and then later talk about. Aw, that'd be such a shame, though. How could you do that to poor Nene? She has a heart too, you know.
下心が見え見えですわ。
I could have heard all sorts of other embarrassing stories about her.
もしくは今この場で、はじめさんのスマホに私生活を暴いていただきましょうか。
Haha, joke's on you. I just have a bunch of gotcha games. I am so very sorry. Please forgive me. Just the thought of her looking through my saved videos and learning about all my fetishes has a shiver running down my spine.
本当に申し訳ないと思ってらっしゃるのでしたら、それなりの誠意を見せていただきませんと。
What do you want to see? Evidence? Like what?
それはさっきの続きをしていただくとか。
Earlier? Seeing the faint blush on her cheeks, I recall what we just did in the living room. Wait, do you mean what I think you mean?
おそらくはじめさんが想像してらっしゃる通りです。
Yui shuts her lips tight in preparation. Well, if this is what she wants me to do to show I'm sorry, I'll happily oblige.
先ほどはちょっと心の準備が足りなかっただけで、本当はもっとしたかったというと、はしたなく思われるかもしれませんけど。
I don't think you have to worry about that.
私ははじめさんと
Okay.
キスのその先も今日してもいいと思ってます。
Well, this date's not going how I was expecting at all. We shared a first kiss, talked to a stuffed animal, and now this. She jumps into my arms and looks up at me through her eyelashes. I fully understand that this must have taken a lot of courage for her to say. We don't have to do it today. Look, your hands are shaking.
これは武者震いというやつですわ。
And nerves. Right. I won't lie, when you first mentioned that we'd be alone, my mind instantly went to that. But we don't have to rush into it. Nothing good ever comes of that.
焦ってなどいません。私は本当にはじめさんのことを。
Sorry. I wasn't trying to cast doubt on your feelings.
それは確かに私ははじめさんより年下ですし、 子供っぽいと思われているかもしれません。
I wasn't trying to say that either.
ですが、そんなのは嫌なんです。私たちは恋人です。だからこそ私も、はじめさんには学年なんて関係なく、一人の女性として見ていただきたいんです。
She's a lady. She grips my shirt tightly. That was enough to tell me how serious Yui is about this. I understand where you're coming from, Yui, but don't worry. I already see you as a woman. You always act fairly mature for your age, and you've definitely made my heart skip a beat more than a few times because of that.
そうでしたの？
It is. You want to listen? In the first place, I wouldn't be dating you if I wasn't attracted to you. I love you for who you are, Yui. I don't have a single complaint about you. Now, do you still think I don't see you as a woman?
はじめさん、はい、思います。
Wait, what? I thought for sure we'd wrapped up this conversation.
はじめさんのお気持ち、とても嬉しいです。本当なら、先輩の言葉を素直に受け入れるべきなのかもしれません。
But you gotta prove it to me, through action.
ですが、そんなはじめさんの優しさに甘えていては、きっと私は成長できませんから。あなたにふさわしい女性になるためにも、私は自分を磨く努力をやめるわけにはいきません。
I mean, you don't have to aspire for that. That's an unreachable goal. This isn't that characteristic cheeky smile of hers, nor the innocent one I occasionally see from her either. There's only one thing I think when I look at that smile on her face. She just beats me every time. I'm excited to see the person she becomes in 10 years' time, but at the same time, I have to keep up with her as well. So Yui,
はい。
I'm probably not going to be able to live without you from now on.
望むところです。
As I stroke her soft cheeks, which ones, Yui closes her eyes and leans her head towards me. All this stuff about being ready and not being ready is just an excuse. I love Yui, so I want to make love to her. Even if she's younger than me, she's still a woman. If we're going to do this, though, I'll need to lead her, with my great amount of experience in this timeline.
はじめさん。
Yes, that is me. And this is a blackout. Dots? Dots! I was right, episode 3. Oh yeah, there was something I wanted to talk about.
はい。
Since we're dating and all, you don't need to speak so politely around me all the time anymore. Especially after this. I'm not saying you have to be as unreserved as someone like Alba, for example, but you can be a little more frank and casual with me.
それは、確かに敬語だと壁を感じますわよね。
There's just this wide open sky.
ですけど、もう少しの間、このままでいさせてもらってもよろしいですか？
Is it because I'm older? If I were in her shoes, I'd definitely feel inclined to be more respectful around someone of my age. Well, I won't force her if she doesn't want to. I'm sure she has her reasons.
それもありますけど、私のプライドみたいなものでしょうか。はじめさんの隣に自信を持っていられると思えるようになったら、自然と変わってくると思います。
Alright. I'll be awaiting that day then.
ありがとうございます。私はただ、子供っぽいと思われたくなくて、自分を大きく見せたいだけなんです。
I don't think you have to worry about that.
背も大きくありませんし、スタイルもまだまだ発展途中ですから。
Is being childish that bad? I think it can be cute.
はじめさんは周りの異性の方に、まあ、同性の方でも構いませんが、可愛いと言われて嬉しいですか？
Touche. Probably not. It feels weird being called cute as a guy.
以前にも申し上げたかもしれませんが、私は見かけで判断されたくないんです。
That's why I'm going to become an evil genius, so people will respect me for my brain and my heinous inventions. Ah, I can understand that, definitely.
ねえ、はじめさん。
Hmm? Oh.
あんまり私のことを甘やかすと大変なことになりますわよ。
Is that a threat or a promise? I'll regret it. How so? Am I gonna die of a heart attack from you being too cute? What did she just say?
わがまま言い放題で厄介な女になるかも。
Whoa. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I know that you'll be able to stop it from ever getting that bad.
あら、どうしてそうなると？
My gut. Because you're a very responsible person. If something like that ever happened, you wouldn't be happy with yourself.
正解。でもよくわかりましたわね。
Aha, I had a cheat sheet. Well, you're my girlfriend, so I want to know everything about you that I can.
なるほど。では、私もはじめさんのこと、もっとたくさん知りたいです。
Alright, well, I wear a size 10 shoes. My ring size is... Oh, you probably didn't mean that. Well, hopefully we'll be able to continue getting to know each other better.
はい。
Smiling happily, she rests her head against my chest. I want to create many more memories with her, so I can keep seeing that beautiful smile of hers. For a while thereafter, we continued to cuddle and enjoy our time alone. And that's where I would have put a CG, if I had one. Or the patch installed. Time jump? Maybe.
はじめさんはお昼何買われましたの？
I got a ham cutlet sandwich and a BLT. That's a lot of pork. What about you?
私はトマトサンドと卵サンドですわ。
Huh. Yui and I decided to eat lunch at the campus clock tower's observation deck today, away from the prying eyes of other students. As long as no other student council members come by, our privacy should be guaranteed here. Finding a nice spot to sit down, we begin unwrapping our sandwiches. It's been less than 2 days since I was over at her house. Okay, small time jump. And remembering the sight of her naked body still gets me so flustered that I momentarily forget how to speak or eat. I have sandwich all over my face. You know, Yui.
はい。
After all that stuff we did the other day, I feel like I've fallen in love with you even more. So I want you to know, if things seem awkward, it's not because I'm nervous being around you. It's just, I can't help but get a little tongue-tied when I think about you. Well, you know. Yeah, that.
あれだけ愛し合ったんですもの。むしろ、私のメリハリのない体でご満足いただけたなら嬉しいですけど。
Don't say that, Yui. I couldn't be happier.
そこは、照れずに言ってくださった方が素敵ですのに。
I just have a really good poker face. You said some pretty embarrassing things yourself, you know.
少々照れくささはありますけど、それ以上にはじめさんの照れているお顔が見られますから。
You realize this means war. She flashes me a wide grin, getting the upper hand again, as always. But it gets my blood pumping in a good way, and makes me want to make her heart flutter as much as she does mine. Good grief. I'd give you a big ol' hug if we weren't at school right now. I feel like that probably is okay.
あら？今は二人きりですし、周りを気にすることはありませんのに。
Big ol' bear hug. Fair point. Still, how about we save it till after we finish eating? What, so you can barf?
はい。私も、はじめさんのぬくもりが恋しくて、朝からどうすればはじめさんとくっつけるか考えてましたけど、結局、お昼までこうしてくっつけるタイミングがありませんでしたから。
When you say get together, do you mean like this or do you mean like this? Oh, really? I never took Yui to be the type of girl to fret over those sorts of things. but I'm happy to know that I'm on her mind that much. It only tells me how much she loves me, and makes her all the more adorable in my eyes. I guess it is pretty hard finding time to spend alone together, what with people always gawking at us on the way to school.
ここも頻繁に使っていると山吹先輩に怪しまれそうですものね。
She had her turn. Tell her to stay in her lane. Yui smiles leisurely as she bites into her tomato sandwich. Ever since that night, every single one of her mannerisms seems so much more charming to me than before. So even though I love simply spending time with her like this, I want to kiss her so badly it hurts. I've definitely gotten a lot more impulsive.
はじめさん、今日の放課後は一緒に帰れますか？
Huh? Oh, today? I still have a lot of student council work to take care of after school, so probably not. Sorry.
いえいえ、お仕事ですもの、仕方ありませんわ。それにお手伝いしたいと思っても、ものによっては逆に手間を増やしてしまいますでしょうし。
Thanks. I appreciate the thought. Still, you're welcome to come over and hang out if you'd like. Yamabuki probably won't like it, but she'll live.
はじめさんがそうおっしゃってくださるなら喜んで。
With that settled, Yui and I continue chatting idly as we munch on our sandwiches. Simply being with her makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. It's a wholly different experience from hanging out with my friends. We spent our lunch break together until just before the bell rang for class. Flash forward to the student council room.
IxSHE Tell.
The march. That's what I think every time. Housekeeping.
失礼します。
Oh, gang's all here.
お兄やっほー。
What's this about? It's a weird enough sight seeing this trio of girls together, let alone in the student council room.
私は別だけど、うっちょんたちも用があるらしくて。
I don't know why it would be that weird. Isn't Alba on the other student council?
こっちは購買の販売リストの更新できたんですよ。いつも通りサクッとチェックしてもらっていいですか？
Sure thing.
失礼しま。
Gang's all here.
あら、青葉？モカまで。あれ？ゆいもお兄に用？
Oh, she does, if you know what I mean.
そんなところですわね。
The Misakihama Student Council must be taking a break today if their members have this much time to kill. Sorry, but I gotta take care of this sales list first. Do you mind waiting for a little bit?
では、私たちはここで待たせていただきますわね。ごめんなさい。
So many
遅くなった
people.
わ。
Ah, great. You arrived just in time. Could you take care of the sales list? Sorry to spring work on you already, Yamabuki, but can I get you to deal with Uchan here for me?
にゃにゃ？いいけど、それにしてもお客さん多いわね。
I would say harem route, but Aoba's here. It sounds like they all have separate business with me too, so it's a good thing you arrived when you did. I'd ask Hakua to do it if he were here, but it looks like he's running late as well.
会長にそこまで言われちゃ、私も一肌脱がないわけにはいかないわね。
I love extra work.
会長さん、
But she scares me.
今回前の名残というか、白亜くんたちからのブツがリストに載っちゃってて。
Oh no. Wait, seriously? The goods, in other words, various male-oriented masturbatory aids, and their names are on this list. Why are you ordering those through the school store? There's a possibility that Yamabuki won't recognize them by name alone, but it's still too risky. On second thought, I'm already halfway through the list, so why don't you attend to Aoba and the others instead, Yamabuki?
はあ、それは構わないけど。
Yes, I do. At our school, packages have to be inspected by the dormitory supervisor when they're delivered to the dorm. So, horny male students looking to get their rocks off on a big risk take a big risk when purchasing those aforementioned goods online. However, that can all be circumvented by changing the delivery address to the school's canteen. That's where Uchan comes in, receiving our packages without risk of discovery. Uchimaki Makina is our man on the inside, so to speak. You mean our cat on the inside. By the way, what were you planning to do with this list if Yamabuki was the only one here?
会長の燻製の材料ってゴリオス？卵みたいなのもあるし。
Wait, me? Why me? How exactly would I smoke and own a hole?
会長、私女の子。
How exactly would you smoke and own a hole? Sorry.
ちょっと、二人して何話してるの？
We're trying to figure out the best way to smoke anyway.
そうですわよ。あとさっきからお二人の距離近くなくて？
No. It's, nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyways, everything looks fine to me, Uchan. You're all set.
それじゃあ失礼しました。
Good work. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye. Okay. After taking back her list, Uchan retreats from the student council room at full speed, like a cat with the zoomies.
なんか怪しいけど。
It's her. She eats a lot of fish.
私は気にしてませんけど。
So she says, but she's still staring daggers in my direction. The boys would be in real deep shit if anyone discovered their secret dealings. Not to mention me as well. I'm already breaking into a cold sweat at the thought. I'd better change the subject and quick before Yui or Yamabuki get even more suspicious. Hey, Mocha-chan, what's that you're reading there?
これですか？ファッション誌ですよ。
That sounds fascinating. Tell me more about fashion.
お姉ちゃんの妹ってことでよく見られたりするから、多少流行とか見ておかないと大変なんですよ。
Oh, I guess it's not easy being the little sister of the school idol, huh?
私だってお兄が有名で大変なんだけど。
What are you talking about? I'm great. What? I've never caused you any trouble. Have I?
私の場合、先生たちが二宮さんにもきっと才能はあるから諦めないでって過剰に期待されちゃって困るんだよね。
I just want to slack off. She's optimistic. I'll give her that. Both Mocha-chan and Yui grimace at her words.
ところで二宮先輩はゆいにどういう服着てほしいとかあります？
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So, outfits I'd like to see her wearing? Not really. I don't mind what she wears as long as she looks fine in it. Come to think of it, I've only seen Yui in her casual clothes once or twice.
そうですわね。お付き合いしたばかりで一緒にお出かけする機会もまだありませんから。
True.
なるほど。って休みだからっていつも会ってるわけじゃないですよね。
Yeah, we've both got our own responsibilities. Mocha-chan nods to herself pensively.
ちなみに山吹先輩は普段どんな服着てますか？
Bunny ears.
私は体のラインが出ないような服が多いわね。
Can't imagine why.
かといって適当なワンピースにすると逆に太って見えちゃったりもするから。
Oh, that was not what I was imagining.
ああ、やっぱり胸が大きいと大変なんですね。今のでどうして胸が関係ありますの？胸の膨らみでお腹部分まで膨らんで見えちゃうから寸胴に見えちゃうんだよ。
I don't know if stumpy is the word I would use.
へえ、そうなんですか。私は鎖骨が服に当たるとムズムズして嫌だから、本当は胸元が開いてる服がいいんだけど、胸元が開いてる服って男の人が見てくるのもあるし、胸が大きい人じゃないと似合わないから。それ超わかる。胸元開いてる服着られるのって巨乳の特権だよね。なのに山吹先輩はそういう服着ないなんて。
It just ain't fair.
わがまま言うのはこの父か、この巨乳か。ちょっと、おばさん。
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yep.
変なとこ触んないで。
The girls begin to grow rowdier by the minute, seemingly having forgotten that I'm here as well. With the way this conversation is going, I can feel my eyes being naturally drawn towards their boobs. But if I start ogling them, Yui will give me the stink eye for sure.
まったくもう特権だかなんだか知らないけど そんなの着たら周りの視線とかすごいことになるでしょ。特に男子からいやらしい目で見られるのとか嫌だし。
Fair. I get what Yamabuki's saying, but I doubt any man would be able to resist a second look if they saw her wearing something like that.
男子の視線を独り占めできるなんて巨乳じゃないとできないのに。
Aoba, your skill with alliteration never ceases to amaze me.
私たちはチッパイだから父カーストの底辺だし。ねえユイ、いきなりおかしなカーストに私を巻き込まないでいただけますだってうちらの中で一番
Wham.
私たちはまだ成長期、将来性に期待ができますわ。ですわねそうだよね。私たちはまだ大きくなれる。ええ、わかればよろしいんですの。
If I didn't know any better, I'd almost think she was extremely self-conscious. She is.
まあまあ、大きさだけが全てじゃないからね。
I know it's a bit late to say this now, but I'm not sure this conversation is one I should be listening to. The thought suddenly crosses my mind as I watch Yui and the others absorbed in their girls' talk. Still, it is rather interesting hearing about the sort of things girls worry about.
胸が大きいなんて下着選びも大変だし、浴衣は似合わないし、あんまりいいことないわよ。
Also back pain. Underwear? Now I really shouldn't be listening.
可愛いブラとかつけたいし、着物も着てみたいって思ってるけど、この胸が邪魔で。
よし、いいねで買おう。おバカ。山吹先輩は無理でも、私もお姉ちゃんくらいになればな。ですが胸を意識しすぎて、着たい服が着れないというのもおかしな話ですわね。
It's the design.
でも、ほらさっきみたいに、胸がなきゃないで胸元が開いてる服を着るって選択肢は浮かんでこないでしょ。
それはそうですけど、やはり自分が似合うと思う服を着こなせるのが理想だと思います。ゆいはいつも胸に悩んでるもんね。
Do you want to die?
その口、溶接しますわよ。
Ooh, that's worse. That's not something a girl should be saying.
むしろ胸が大きくて肩こりで悩んでいるのは山吹先輩や結城先輩の方ではありませんか。
Yep, there it is.
そう？お姉ちゃんは大きさよりも形だとか言ってたけど。
まあ確かに机の上に胸乗っけたら楽だとかそういう風に思うことはあるけど、
胸を乗っけるだと
こんな感じ？
She actually did it. I had no idea that was even possible. Alright, that's enough. All of you, please take this conversation somewhere else. Yamabuki finally seems to have realized how inappropriate their discussion was. And not a moment too soon. Any more of this would have been a little too stimulating for my lower half. Doesn't it embarrass you talking about all this stuff in front of a guy, Yui?
私としては特に、むしろ男性側の意見もいただきたいですし。
Oh, look at that. I'm getting a phone call. Gotta leave. Bye. What, seriously?
私はちょっとパスで。
Mocha-chan turns bright red and stares at the ground. A normal, modest reaction for once, though I'm not one to talk after everything I overheard.
それで、はじめさんとしてはどうお考えですか？
Yours, of course. I like them well-shaped. Size doesn't really matter to me.
微乳？お兄、中途半端なおっぱいがいいの？
Alba, you are going to not make it out of this room alive. I said well-shaped, and calling them pathetic is a bit rude, don't you think?
いいえ、服の話ですわよ。
Oh. What? But you guys were talking about your boobs for like the past couple of minutes.
それは脱線した話題であって、元は服の話でしたし。
Slightly. Yui stares at me, looking puzzled. I'm not the one misunderstanding things here, am I? That entire conversation had nothing to do with clothes, though. I mean, maybe at the very beginning.
実際はじめさんは、私に着てほしい服などはありますか？
Basically, I think people should just wear whatever they're comfortable with. If I told you I liked something in particular, you'd only try to match my tastes, so I don't really want to say anything.
あら、どうしてそのような意地悪なことをおっしゃるんですか？
Okay, this one. I like this one. I am. Seeing my girlfriend in casual clothes is pretty important to me, you know? I'd be happy to see you wearing something I like, but most importantly, I want to see what you'd normally wear.
それはまたこちらのハードルを上げてきますのね。
Oh no.
じっくり見たいなんて鬼エル。
Excuse me, you said how much for one night to Yamabuki. I don't want to hear it. Shut up. I'll stare a hole in your clothes next time I see him too. Wait.
あ、鬼、私の服破いてってするつも
What was it, that laugh?
り？さすがにそれボケてるだけだよね。
Sorry to break this to you, but she was probably being serious. Still, I should change the subject before Aoba's dirty jokes start making everyone uncomfortable. Too late.
あれ？というか、青葉さんたちの要件って何だったの？
We completely forgot.
あれなんだったっけ？
I don't remember.
忘れちった。
Yep.
はーちゃんが会長さんに聞きたいことがあるって言うからついてきたのに。
Honestly, Aoba.
もう遊びじゃないんだから。そしたら思い出したらまた来なさい。はーい。小塚さんは？
私は合格のためにはじめさんの仕事を観察しようと思いまして。
Ooh, well played. I guess she's talking about my invitation at lunch.
たく結局内巻さん以外は大した話じゃなかったのね。
Hey, shadowing somebody to learn is business.
ああ、でもちょうどよかった。青葉さん、外出許可証の不備があったから今日寮に戻ってきたら私の部屋に来てくれない？
いくら払えば？
密航じゃないんだから。来なかったら来週は外出できないからちゃんと来るのよ。
だったら山吹先輩と一緒に帰ろうかな。
そうね。私も仕事がなかったら帰ろうと思ってたし。
それなら途中まで私も一緒にいいですか？
もちろん。
ゆいは聞くまでもないよね。
Oh.
はじめさんと一緒に帰りますから。
It feels good knowing that everyone already sees us being together as the natural thing. Sorry for the trouble, Yamabuki. Take care of Aoba for me.
はいはい。それじゃあ二人ともまたね。
And make it look like an accident. With that, the other girls tactfully exit the student council room and leave us to ourselves. They didn't have to go out of their way to be considerate, but still, I'm glad that Yui and I get some time alone together now. You were lying earlier when you said you wanted to watch me work, weren't you?
恥ずかしながら微妙な言い訳でしたので、
It was only partially a lie.
今度はもう少しうまい言い訳を思いつけるように努力いたしますわ。
Yeah, you might want to.
それで、
Apparently struggling to find the right words, her eyes dart around nervously. What's wrong?
はじめさん、先ほど美乳がいいとおっしゃっていましたけど、
Can we just pretend that conversation didn't happen?
本当は大きい方が好きなのに、私に遠慮してそうおっしゃってくれたのでは？
Only a third of the time so far. No, I wasn't lying. I'm not fussy when it comes to size. In terms of softness, well, yours are the only ones I've ever touched, so I don't have anything to compare them to. But it's not like there's much you could do about it, even if I did say I preferred large breasts.
未来の私に期待してください。
Alright. Now that is something I'm looking forward to. I guess men really are simple-minded in the end. Well, anyways, we've got nothing left to do here, so we may as well go home. Want me to walk you back?
はい、ぜひお願いします。
Alright. Let me use the bathroom real quick and then we'll go. I don't know why we actually had to witness that part, but okay. Well, witness isn't the right word, but I don't know why we had to hear that part. Emphasis, I suppose. From what I've heard today, Yui seems to be a little self-conscious about the size of her breasts, although not to the point of having a complex. Honestly though, if I were to describe them in one word, they'd be magnificent. Not only do they fit perfectly in my hands, but I doubt I'd ever grow tired of fondling them either. Crap, now I'm getting hard. I don't want to go back with this noticeable bulge in my pants, but the more time I spend in here, the less time I get to spend with Yui. Quickly rearranging my junk, I head back toward the student council room where she's waiting for me.
やっぱりもう少しくらい欲しいところですわね。
Is she talking to herself?
はじめさんにああ言ったからには多少大きくなるように頑張らないと。とは言ってもお母様を見る限りあまり期待はできないのが残念ですわ。
My feet become rooted to the spot as I watch Yui lightly groping her own breasts with a rueful expression on her face. I wouldn't mind watching a bit longer, to be honest, but I shouldn't be spying on her, even if she is my girlfriend.
異性に揉まれると大きくなるというのも眉唾ですし、キャベツもそこまで好きではありませんし。
Why cabbage?
はあ、他に胸が大きくなるような方法なんて。
You really should make sure the door is closed next time. Wait, it's not my fault. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I couldn't just barge in during such a private moment now, could I?
乙女の秘密を盗み見るなんて何を考えてますの？
Don't worry, Yui. Big or small, I'd love your boobs no matter what.
そういう問題ではありません。
Yeah, I guess. How was I supposed to know I'd walk in on you groping yourself?
開き直らないでください。
Oh, you'd want to know this, by the way. Apparently, excessive stress during puberty can affect your breast growth.
そういう情報はもっと早くください。
Well, that ship has sailed. Well, I would have if you'd let me get a word in edgewise.
もう早く帰りますわよ。はじめさんの知っているバストアップ方法を片っ端から吐いていただきますから。
I don't think they work. Well, the most popular way is getting someone to massage them for you.
眉唾情報は無視です。
I got nothing. I'm pretty sure they're all bogus, if you ask me.
そんな名目なくとも、はじめさんならいつでも私の胸を好きにして構いませんもの。
Hang on, gotta readjust again. There you go, trying to catch me off guard again.
あら、私は本気でそう思ってますわよ。
She smiles playfully, bringing a grin to my lips as well. And on the way to her house afterwards, we had a lengthy talk about why small breasts were full of hopes and dreams. All right. Well, she walked. I kind of saddled up to the horse and shimmied my way as best I could. Alright, I think this is a good place to stop the episode. I'm really trying to go for a CG in episode, and it's making it very difficult without the patch. That's really my goal. But regardless, this was a fun one. We've made significant progress with our relationship with Yui, and we would have gotten to see some interesting things if we had the patch installed. Although I feel like that scene's probably pretty innocuous. I mean, she's just checking things out. I don't know that anything really would have been visible. I don't know. I feel like that one scene really early on in the common route wasn't that bad. I've seen the CG. Yamabuki accidentally flashing him and all that. It's not that bad, so I guess they're just erring on the side of caution, which, fair. All right, well, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. For now, I am one half of the Bridge Boys, signing off.